Okay. Oh no, they're starting. They're going to ruin everything.
No, save.
Okay. Javi Hotel, Projekt Kartoshki. Okay, there we go. Thanks for teaching me Russian Twister, but we're in this final. It's getting underway. It's going to be p0ni versus Agent. The battle of the item, the Lord of the Items versus the Lord of the Aim. p0ni, the Spaniard, has a start without a lightning gun. He must be very depressed right now, but he's going to try and catch Agent perhaps before this next red spawns, but Agent will catch him with a quick rail there to the chest. Agent looking in good stead for this red and subsequent mega health actually. Agent in a good position.
Wow, what a drop down from Agent. 12 HP for p0ni. How much does Agent have? He has 10, and p0ni wins this. And like watching the past games, Agent is starting to become a little bit predictable, at least to me. He's just always going for the items, no matter what. If the item is spawning next, you can expect Agent to be there, and he's also going to be coming the most obvious way, just head in first, just storming on it. And if p0ni has that figured out, if he knows that, he can obviously abuse it. And it kind of looked like that this time, because the Agent was so obvious he was going to go on the mega despite only having 10 HP. Somehow he still works. Yeah. Like even the time before, he just went on that yellow. p0ni knew exactly what was going to go onto that yellow, he just couldn't do anything somehow. p0ni felt like Agent had such a good position for... He intimidated the p0ni kind of, this very first rail shot. Oh my god.
Wow, yeah, there you go. Lord of that lightning gun. He is just demolishing Agent there. This is really hard for Agent to deal with. Again, he catches him. Oh, Agent. I mean, p0ni's a player where if you get behind frags, it's not as terrible. Like, it'd be much... Oh, again? Really? Again? That's so depressing. And he goes down... But the thing is that all the items are kind of up at the moment. Okay, p0ni will get this mega. Again, here we go. Can he take Agent? Agent just goes aggressive. My god, the rockets.
What else is Agent gonna do? He's gotta go into it. It's like a magnet is inside the mega, and that Agent is fine. He's just drawn to it no matter what. Has to go to it.
So is that the theory that like Agent is highly magnetized and the items are all the
whatever he's closest to, like whatever it's spawning next, it's just getting attracted, and he's just getting pushed to it. It looks like it, sure as hell.
Yeah, it's really painful, but it's much worse for p0ni to go down like this to Agent than it is the other way around, because Agent's going to be so damn solid in control with a lead. And p0ni, we saw before, you know, games where p0ni had a lead, the games actually switched like the lead repeatedly. It wasn't ever really a sure thing that he would continue to have that lead. But 7-0, and that's looking like a very unrecoverable kind of lead at the moment. I mean, of course, we have 7 minutes remaining, but from what Agent's been doing so far, it's not working. p0ni's catching him repeatedly. Another fight, and p0ni with some great damage on the LG. Of course, he will get away with very low points of health, but the amount of damage he puts out is just too incredible for Agent to really deal with. Oh, Agent screaming again, he just goes for it.
Brilliant move from Agent. That was so smart. He's the shotgun in that situation. I don't know if he had LG. I didn't. So he kind of had to resort to the shotgun, and that was incredibly well. And it's not all by any means. I agree 100% with what you said. p0ni is not somebody who's very good at running away with leads, and just the last game we've seen Cypher in a very similar situation, I think, make up a lot of frags towards the end. And p0ni, even though he was trying to play plus back, he was just still dying repeatedly. He's not the best at it. And Agent at the same time is very good at making deficits back.
And here you go, Agent trying to defend, but he just cannot hit the rockets he needs to beat away p0ni, who was unrelenting in that engagement. p0ni going to make his way down to that lightning gun. Perhaps it is a weapon he needs still. Does not have one. Railgun he does have. Is he going to connect? No. So that's an opportunity for Agent. I mean, the thing is that can you say to Agent, okay, you just got to play it slow from this perspective? Just look at the frags he's behind. There's so many. He's already committed to an aggressive game, it seems.
Well, it kind of feels like more than it actually is. 6 frags is kind of right, and this might be one. Agent somehow didn't switch to rail. I would have expected him to go for like fadeaway rail shot. Would have potentially given him a frag. Okay, now it's not looking that good, I agree. They're pretty even on stacks, and when you're pretty even, usually the one wins who's better at fighting. But never mind that, Agent, great rocket. He's gonna put himself in a good position. Mega up next, Agent's really gonna be there. How else could it be?
Some grenades coming out from p0ni. Mega up on the spot. Can he get...
Nice rocket from Agent.
Very, very sick rocket indeed. 38 health remaining for p0ni as he manages to escape that situation. But Agent is not going to let him hit the end of it as he does back away. Double 25 to put him up to 60. We'll keep him alive for now, but it's pretty much life support. And Agent, surely he's going to be coming around, and there it is. He is going for it. p0ni's still alive, but Agent, he may have some time now because Agent's going to think items now.
Yeah,
you know, he pursued for a while, but now it's items.
Mega's in 5 seconds, you...
Oh, wow. Wow, he surprised not only p0ni, but both of us, and probably himself as well.
I'm happy though. That was finally something, that's what you have to do. That's what really wins games, is when you can surprise your opponent. When you know what your opponent thinks of you, what his perception of your game is, and then you just do the opposite. You just fool him.
That was
you
really
pretend
nice.
You're somebody else. Agent has pretended you're Cypher. That was nice.
And he got spawn frag from it too, and that has put him 24 behind instead of 6. That is a hugely different landscape to be working with. And Agent, he should probably just keep on doing what he's doing. I mean, it seems to be catching p0ni. He hits a very good rail there. This is a very standard rocket jump, and there he does catch p0ni for a little bit of damage, but nothing at all substantial.
Ooh, dangerous p0ni. That's the way this time. I'm surprised Agent decided to use OG then for these 2 stealths instead of trying to hit the rail.
Yeah.
This is actually good OG. Like in some situations, I've noticed like today.
Oh my god,
Great
he's investing so much in getting these kills. He has to. Oh no, by failing that rocket jump, he can't get to Mega in time now. If p0ni's standing on it,
gonna
he
be
gets
there
it.
though. He is.
And he hits an insane
And p0ni might
rocket.
even get this other yellow as well. Yeah, you will.
That was direct, I think, that rocket's to Agent.
Yeah, it was. And Agent is in a lot of trouble now. 3 minutes to go. And 3 frags to make up. You want to be the one in control, not the one who's having to resort to getting the yellows.
Oh, this could be it. Agent and p0ni both around the corner. Okay, p0ni's going to give up the ghost and go down to the yellow as Agent gets the red. That's interesting.
Why did he do that? Where was p0ni?
He dropped for the yellow. He was very close to Agent.
That is very strange. I mean, and unnecessary, giving Agent the armor.
I think Agent heard the Mega taken there, so he's going to have time on it. And there he spots p0ni, good rail. Another one. This is looking really nice now for Agent. Oh no! Of course p0ni's going to catch you like that. I mean, the guy's LG is incredible.
It was a bad rocket jump though. It wasn't necessary. Like, he could have gotten away with only a little bit of damage had he hit it properly, but he hit the corner and just got pinned. He can, well, it's a situation that's very unfortunate. You might say you were unlucky, but actually that was just poor
an improper execution of the rocket jump.
Because it's frustrating when something small like that may end up costing the game. But at least it's something you know, alright. You know exactly what mistake you made, and you're just gonna have to work on being more precise in your rocket jump, because it's not the first time, actually even in this game, that Agent paid a lot for doing a sloppy rocket jump to the red. Earlier we had the same situation where he also missed it and almost died because of that.
There we go, the forfeit of the rest of the time. And p0ni's going to take Blood Run. But it does feel like that's one of those situations where it's like, okay, I'm in a really good position. I just want to get this red. In theory, I should take maximum kind of like 100 damage-ish if I respect p0ni's aim, maybe a little bit more. But not die, not outright die. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, what is the way for me to lose the advantage I have now? It's if I mess up this rocket jump. Because if you're going to go for the red and you mess up the rocket jump, like you say, there's a billion ways to mess it up. But if it's not like the correct angle and flat enough, then you will die against p0ni because he's just going to pin you with LG. Or hit loads of damage. I mean, we saw him consistently deal amazing damage from that position. We saw him hit that amazing rocket previously against Cypher. And he always manages to deal the damage. But we're going into the next game, Toxicity. And p0ni is now a map above Agent, and this is a great map for p0ni against Agent.
Yeah, and p0ni is a strange start. Let's see if you walk. Actually, it's a great start. It looked very odd at first, just because he only got. Oh my god, that was unbelievable. Agent was only a yellow. Managed to take out p0ni, had a mega to boot. This shouldn't have happened. And actually, you know, people always say Agent's aim is bad and he's like so smart. If you take rockets and rocket fights, his aim is all but bad. It's actually quite the opposite. He's one of the best in the world at rocket fights. Even if it might, and oftentimes like his aim looks ugly,
Yeah.
it's still effective. Not
Yeah.
always. Sometimes it actually happens that he hits 2% LG and when people fall down on him. But that's rather the exception. Oftentimes it will look ugly, but he actually connects a good 30 to 35%, which is most of the time enough to take down your opponent.
It definitely seems to be the case.
Like this, I mean, it's certainly not beautiful. It's not like he just showed us strengths like 100% precision. It's more than enough. It's not shabby. It's not like somebody
Gets the job done.
Yeah, gets the job done, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely paying off so far. He should be able to get this mega cleanly. There it is, the pickup. He's got the pressure. Doesn't amount to anything though on the red. That's a great rocket there. Almost had a brilliant follow-up if he just pulled out the rail, but he commits to this LG fight, and that is really costly to him. Really costly. And that rocket out of the tele exit. Agent's suddenly in a terrible
But they're
position.
both slow, I believe. p0ni can't have much as well. Let's see. 19 HP. He's got some more armor, but he should get these house bubbles. These 5 HP balls actually would make a big difference right now. Not only would he get 5 HP, he'd also be able to utilize the armor he had. He didn't take them still. Actually, he must have really miscalculated Agent's stack.
Wow.
And actually paid for it in the end. But he must have thought Agent had way more than he actually did, because he just didn't want to fight Agent despite having the same stack and, you know, you'd have to say better aim. So big mistake there. And
Agent's going for this red. He does pick it up. p0ni going to go for the close range plasma engagement, which is nice if he can hit enough damage. Not really the case though. He didn't connect enough for that to be worth it. Oh my god! He's actually going to melt in the acid.
should have used Pummel. Pummel would have gotten effect.
Oh man. You know, actually, it's really hard to condition yourself to switch to pummel
Yeah.
sometimes.
Some people are really good at it.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of do it sometimes, and like you have to consider it as a possibility. In that case, it would have been actually an exceptional possibility, but it would have made sense. That would have, as weird as it sounds, Pummel's the best weapon in the situation. It was.
Yeah, it's scary to go for it sometimes, because if they move back somehow, then you look like an absolute idiot. Just like buzzing around with the gauntlet. But still, p0ni taking a nasty rocket there. It's going to push him off a little bit away from that mega position. He's still got this position though, which is pretty key, and that's going to be able to allow him to grab that new mega, go for the pressure. He's going to commit, almost committing fully there for a fight. A lot of damage
dropped
received.
down, oh god.
I don't know why he dropped down, but he does get the frag anyway.
Unbelievable, legit. That was so good. And it's just something that I think, a feeling I have on the last map as well, is that what hurts Agent is that he seems to not often play against players of p0ni's caliber as far as LG game goes in particular. So he just seems to not even consider the possibility of dying in certain situations or taking big amounts of damage. He probably just, like, I know that he actually, for a fact, that he likes to play against lesser skilled players a lot to practice. And of course, if you do that, you'll just get into bad habits of like rocket jumping sloppily to red, because nobody ever punishes you when you practice, and you don't even, you never have it happen that somebody just pins you in the air and LGs you down to death, pretty much. And so, quite similar in this situation, where he knew p0ni was there with LG, but he just figured, alright, there's no way he can hit the LG he did, or he didn't even think about it. He thought, alright, maybe he'll scratch me or something, 30 damage or so, and he just died.
And p0ni's going to go aggressive again with the LG. It's always a good decision. I mean, he knows that he's got a huge edge with this, so he's trying to abuse it, exploit it. That's how you win. You play with your strengths, you play against opponents' weaknesses, and p0ni's doing so well. But can he use those, or rather exploit those weaknesses enough that he can actually come back into this game? It's looking good for him so far, but the mega does go to Agent. This could allow Agent to survive for enough time that he's able to scrap together a yellow or two, and then he becomes dangerous.
It's weird. p0ni actually used a great angle. He guessed it perfectly, but he jumped on this ledge without having a rail in his hands. That was a great read, but so poor execution. Should have been a rail hit. Doesn't matter. He gets the frag. It's 3 to go, and Agent really shows no signs of being able to put up a fight out of control so far. p0ni's gotten this frag very comfortably.
Yeah, and this is that spot that he got the frag in. Basically means that he gets pretty much every item.
And p0ni
as well.
has a perfect rotation. He just doesn't realize. He
Yeah.
just doesn't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know, because he didn't know, he actually got that frag. It's so weird. Like he should have been going for that red, rocket jumping to the yellow if he wanted to get all the items. Instead, he seemed oblivious to the fact that red was up. Just went the upper way, and Agent just thought he would do something sensible.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's pretty true though. I mean, the rotation, if you don't understand the value of having that rotation, I mean, you may not need the items, but just securing the pattern makes it so strong, and it's so much, the information you get from it is super useful also. And p0ni's going to see Agent trying to attack onto him, but he's got a better stack, he's got better aim with the LG, and if Agent's starting to resort to fights like that, he knows his options are starting to get a little bit limited, that things are starting to get a little bit out of control. It's 3 frags now, and p0ni, he's got lots of time to work with. He doesn't have to be risky. He can just afford to take his time with items, but that's not the player he is.
You know, thinking about the game styles of 2 players, you know, people often say like this player's game style is like a counter to that guy's play style, and oftentimes I just think that's random talk, which makes no sense. It's just that people say to explain a loss. But in this case, I actually think that p0ni's playstyle is the perfect counter to how Agent plays out of control. Because Agent seems to play out of control entirely relying on the items. He knows when items spawn, and from that he just tries to figure out where his opponent is. Red is spawning, right, opponent gotta be at red. I'm gonna take up a sneaky position at red and rail him, or move to the other side of the map during that time. And he's basing all his decisions on the item times. And p0ni just doesn't time very much, and he often makes timing mistakes, so he's essentially doing, a lot of the times he's going to be doing things that make no sense based on how the items are spawning.
The weaknesses in his game actually are strengths.
Yeah, against Agent,
it
really feels like it. Like watching how Agent was trying to play out of control. And maybe that's a part of the reason why he got frustrated, because he did what in his eyes made sense. Like, red is spawning, surely he's going to go to the red now, I'm just going to stay up here and deal damage on him. And he just doesn't come, and 5 seconds later he comes from the complete opposite direction of where he should be coming from. And that can be frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, Agent does manage to quickly take the lead there for a moment, or rather tie up the game instead. But p0ni quickly takes it back into his hands. And the amazing lead that Agent built up from the start, from that momentum, that's gone now. That is gone. He can't rely on that. But there's no buffer left for Agent to make mistakes.
Such a good initiation of the fight by p0ni. It's a close game.
It is.
I'm actually surprised Agent keeps it that close, because it feels like his game plan that you would usually expect him to have doesn't work, but he's still keeping it close. He's still playing exceptionally well, and against p0ni to have such a tight score means you not only play like who times well, you also have good combat skills and good positioning and good anticipation of your opponent. So Agent having to rely on those skills more than usual to be able to win in this game. This is good. This is another frag.
Wow, the rockets, like you said.
Yeah, great rockets.
That's his true strength, really, against p0ni. That's the one edge that he can have in the aim battles. It is the rockets, and that's going to be a red picked up, but he's under a lot of attack, under a lot of pressure from these rockets of p0ni. p0ni's presence is really strong there. Oh my god, almost not even making the ledge there to get that 50. And
yeah, it was a double rocket jump from p0ni's rocket and his own rocket.
Yeah.
Blew him really high up.
Painful, potentially very painful. He's a frag behind, 45 seconds left. He's got a good stack, things are getting tense. p0ni, my god!
Not the fight for Agent.
And p0ni doesn't even know when the items are spawning, he just goes for it. He's like, whatevs. He's sitting on the mega. This is really funny.
Actually made a lot. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is quite funny.
I mean, that could just be Agent's chance back in the game. p0ni's so out of position.
So, that really helped him. Like, the fact that he sat on the mega, Agent thought, alright, I just took
He's at red. I can go to 50.
Where's the most likely place, right? This yellow at LG spawning soon. Surely he's gonna go for it. Let me go there. And he went to the yellow at LG. Agent is really angry.
What is he saying?
He's saying bad words. He's saying he's really stupid. And he's using shaft only. And you can understand it, but at the same time, of course, when your opponent does stupid things, usually it should be working into your favor.
Yeah, normally.
So Agent should just adapt. Like if he's so smart and if he's so much smarter than p0ni and he perceives himself as such, he should just adapt and he should start abusing p0ni's weaknesses instead of having them, well, be the factor that causes him to lose.
So that actually means that p0ni's on match point right now on Lost World, where he defeated Cypher. And this is one of the stronger maps of p0ni. So Agent's going to have a really hard time, but oh my god, and those are amazing rockets. But Agent also, this map should play to his strengths, you should think. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. Of course, p0ni does get by far the better start. The implications here are pretty huge as he catches Agent again, another quick frag. But we must remember that p0ni is a player that can be quite volatile, even if he does have control and does have the advantage resource-wise. We can't count on him to maintain the lead.
Shotgun's dangerous. p0ni knows it. Afraid to go in.
Mega and red up for p0ni.
You gotta give it to p0ni for that start. You know, what we've been saying kind of makes him look like he's really stupid. But that start was brilliant. He read Agent perfectly. Like, he sacrifices timing for a bigger understanding of what his opponent is doing, and kind of plays opponent more. And
he did, and that was very smart what he did there as well. Like that was pretty much the best. Wow! Just oh my god, mid-air before, just wow.
So close.
Just wow.
So precise, so the perfect timing on that.
Yeah. But he was surely dead. Agent hit like 2 or 3 fantastic rockets, and p0ni's best case scenario was getting a trade, and then he managed to get it. So p0ni with a very good start. This is match point again. I cannot stress that enough. This is Agent's. He has no more lives. He has no more chances. He has to win this.
Yeah, and it couldn't have started worse for Agent. 4 frags. It's actually quite an achievement to lose so many frags in such a short time. You know, I imagine if we were trying on purpose to lose frags, we would have probably been happy with what Agent achieved then. 4 frags in the first minute. It's pretty impressive as far as that goes. And
yeah.
But now he's got a big advantage. He pushed p0ni to the red, and p0ni forgot who he's playing for a moment. There was no way Agent wasn't gonna come to the red when it was spawning, so that was a big mistake from p0ni to wait for it and hope Agent wouldn't. And yeah, Agent got the first frag, and it's looking brighter, a little bit brighter.
Yeah. Agent's gonna have all the item times as well, and he's basically a machine when it comes to item timing. It's not even. It's just he picks something up and what?
Did he just hit his head?
Yes.
Even though it wasn't
he was invisible on my screen. Totally invisible. Those are the kinds of rockets you fire, but you never ever think they'll hit. They're not going to hit anything, but you fire them anyway because you're like, I think you're there. That's ridiculous. He might even get the frag here because of that. Imagine if he hadn't hit that rocket, how much he loses that fight. In fact, he may even not try to take it.
He would have died. He would have, yeah.
Yeah, and then p0ni's back in the lead again, as far as items go. But Agent manages to survive. He steals away the 50, which is pretty sneaky, but I don't think p0ni's going to be so bold as to make a play for it like maybe Cypher would. So that's not a problem, and p0ni will spot Agent in the distance. So p0ni just has to play it safe. But can he do that? Because we've seen him in this spot before, and he often doesn't make the optimal decision.
So Agent, oh god, why would you drop down? This is a position where Agent is right now. We need to be patient. He'll get the frag. Just be patient. What is he doing? He's so hectic. And is p0ni even there still? Yeah, he is. On 3 HP. Agent, oh my god, just chill.
Everything's
dude,
up now.
Wait. You just have to wait. And
this is really bad because everything's up.
That's good for p0ni.
Yeah.
Because there's no way Agent can collect everything. It was smart to wait.
Yeah.
It was smart to just waste as much time as possible for everything to spawn, and then when you die, you'll be getting something.
Oh god.
It worked. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was very smart by p0ni.
But that's why I can understand why Agent was pushing it so hard. There's a lot of time left on the clock, and there's only 3 frags. And he's usually a very patient player that's very item-oriented.
Yeah, it's easier to get the frag if you're patient. It's not only that it isn't like it takes longer. You just have to stop like making sounds, and your opponent will do something. You can be sure of that.
And it's crazy as well because Agent, like you were saying, I mean, it's so important the way the items spawn, and there's something that you build up.
Shot.
And by just leaving everything to come up all at once, that really stresses your options when it comes to the pattern of the items. When you just go around taking everything, you can't engineer it as well. So it's perplexing. Maybe he's a bit shaken after that last map still.
Yeah, it could quite possibly be. He seemed very angry about how he's losing and in what manner.
I'm confounded.
Agent is a very emotional player. It can get too sad, I have no doubt. And he's been known to play finals exceptionally fast as far as game time is concerned, and just make a best of 5 end after 10 minutes by leaving at the second every game. It happened before, and I'm actually shocked that he's still inside the game. I would have expected a GG. Is there any bad Spanish dictator you could call p0ni?
I don't know, but yeah, I guess because it's the last map, it's match point. It would be pretty bad form for him to go out in that way. That was a really good rocket from p0ni.
He's just low. 44 HP Agent.
Agent knows it now. He heard the
Agent
scream.
can get a frag. Let's see if he narrows it down. He must have expected p0ni to drop down for the 5 HP bubbles.
Nice rocket.
Wrong read then.
And all's quiet again. And p0ni hears it, he goes for the LG, he knows he got some great initial damage.
Incredible damage output. An Agent is so low.
And this could really, it's coming closer and closer to it being it for Agent. You can imagine if he goes, because he's going to put all of his hopes on one attack. This might be it. Great rockets, but what is he left with? Not a whole lot. At least there is everything up for him.
The 50 is up though, so that's going to put him with a very comfortable stack again.
That was a lot of damage there.
That was a lot of damage. Only actually staying, wanting to fight. Very difficult for Agent to put these rockets.
That's really smart from p0ni actually, because okay, he could get really unlucky and Agent could just hit 2 perfect rockets and just completely destroy him. Or he gets a lot of damage and he slows Agent down a lot. And he risks dying for the chance to slow Agent down a lot. And I like those plays when you're trying to protect the lead. I really like it when people go aggressive in that way. It can be really, really important because Agent has to make hard choices then.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly effective just because, I mean, dodging is all about going to places where your opponent doesn't expect you to go in a very simplified way. And of course, when you are very low and your opponent needs frags quickly, the last place your opponent expects you to go is right at him. So it's sometimes incredibly effective, and you can have seen players just win situations with 50 HP against players with 100, 150 easily, just by dodging in an unexpected pattern. So Agent, he's playing quiet. So out of the 2 options that I described earlier, out of either running at your opponent or being quiet and trying to just guess right, going for a guess right. But so far he hasn't guessed right all too often.
Yeah, and it's about to cost him because he's got 2 minutes left to make those 5 frags now. Agent will pick up that mega health, but he's basically got to launch himself at p0ni very soon. He's basically just got to force the fight in bad positioning. He's got to force it. He has the stack to do it, but still, against someone like p0ni, it's going to hurt a lot. He's trying to wait though.
Time is ticking down. I mean, this is what I was talking about. It takes so much patience and sometimes you just look like an idiot. He chooses not to run at him because he knows p0ni's aim is so good it won't work. So what he does is he just tries to guess where he's gonna go. But it's just so hard. He's getting 1 frag finally. 4 frag. It's not out of question. It happened before. It's just so difficult, and especially against somebody whose aim is so good as p0ni, it's gonna be so hard to rush him and make the frag happen.
And Agent, he's trying to rush him. Rush him.
Where's p0ni?
But there he is. He finally does catch up with p0ni. p0ni with the defense. It is successful, and Agent backs away. But I mean, he can't afford to back away. He's got 50 seconds left. Finds p0ni again. Tries to snipe him long range with a rocket. It's not going to work. Doesn't pan out whatsoever. p0ni getting the better of Agent, and p0ni's looking like he's going to make this a 3-0 in this grand final against his Russian opponent, Agent. Agent trying to get to grips with p0ni, but his stack is dwindling. Each corner he turns, it gets smaller and smaller until eventually p0ni is just going to crush him. And with 12 health left, the shotgun, the buckshot to the face is what gets it. And Agent calls GG and promptly leaves the server after receiving a 3-0 beatdown from the Spaniard p0ni, who definitely, after this victory, he's going to be assured his spot in that top 8 for the season finale, so he can be happy. Agent, though, Agent's spot, not secured, but he's looking all right.
He could have probably secured it had he won, but this time, this probably means that he'll have to play next week.
He'll need a few points just to be sure, I think. So, so that's it. Do you have any crazy insights or things you want to say about the match? Now it's over.
I think pretty much just mental loss for Agent.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
He couldn't handle his anger and couldn't control himself. Actually, controlled himself better than usually, but still not good enough to. I felt like he this time at least didn't rage quit the game after a few minutes, so that we can say goes into his favor. But at the same time, he also.
He totally
he just didn't play as focused, especially on the last map, as he surely could have.
Anger leads to hate and all that. So, Agent, unfortunately, you do lose, but p0ni's going to go through another victory that he can, another little trophy he can add to his collection. I think he's won at least twice before. At least he's definitely made quite some finals. So, congrats to p0ni.
Often. He's quite a rare sight to see him these days.
Yeah, so definitely scary.
It's not a bad ratio at all.
Hope we see him at DreamHack. That'd be amazing. It'd be super cool to see him at DreamHack. So whilst I pray for him to be at DreamHack, although I'm not religious, we'll go to a break, guys. We do have, of course, the North American Cup starting in an hour, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that means that this is not the end of today's Quake Live action. The North American Cup still has yet to take place. So if you are hungering for more Quake, you only have to wait an hour, and then you'll get that fix from the North American community. So we'll see you later for that. We have this break coming up, and we'll be back for more. See ya.